Welcome students, parents, faculty, and all families to the virtual 2020 Powhatan Awards ceremony. The end of the school year is upon us, which means it's time to look back, reflect on the great year of learning we have all experienced, and celebrate the student achievements from the year. Today, we will highlight and recognize students who have made significant contributions in the areas of academics, athletics, community service, and the arts. We will begin by welcoming Mrs. Bryant, our lower school music teacher, to recognize recorder achievements. Mrs. Bryant?
I am pleased to recognize the following fourth grade students who have put a great deal of effort into passing off all 10 levels of the recorder program under extremely challenging circumstances. I'm also pleased with their practice, their efforts, and their perseverance through remote meetings. Congratulations to the following 9 students: Kiriel Bauk, J.J. Call, Aman Gopal, Charlotte Hetzel, Cassidy Lewis, Noah Neiman, Mariska Sharma, Arnav Suwal, and Charlie Warren. In addition to receiving a completion certificate, the following students are receiving a STAR Award for completing 2 additional challenging pieces. Congratulations to the following 6 students: Kiriel Bauk, Aman Gopal, Charlotte Hetzel, Noah Neiman, Arnav Suwal, and Cassidy Lewis. This year, I'm presenting 2 Outstanding Musicianship Awards. These 2 students are to be commended for showing outstanding understanding of music theory concepts. The recipients of this year's Outstanding Musicianship Award go to Kiriel Bauk and Cassidy Lewis. Congratulations, Kiriel and Cassidy.
And now I'd like to introduce Dr. COSNELL, who will present our Lower School Student Council Awards.
Hi, earlier this school year, the 4th and 5th grade classes held elections and voted to elect representatives from each class to the Lower School Student Council. Working with this group of students has been a truly exceptional experience. They are determined students who have cared deeply about representing lower school. At the beginning of the school year, they generated many ideas for service and social connection. They administered a survey to all students in the lower school to learn more about what students want to do for fun, and from that survey they came up with games outside on the Crocker, planting, and just generally a desire for community service around the holiday season. Our student council representatives got to work. While each grade level focused on community service projects, lower school student council members hosted a holiday hot chocolate event to honor Powhatan's bus drivers and administrative office staff. In response to the survey feedback, they started planning spring community building events. With our school year drastically changing this spring, they adapted. These students have attended several live lower school student council meetings to translate the plans that they had to the virtual space. The Lower School Student Council representatives are the driving force behind our theme weeks, our fun school-wide Minute to Win It challenges, and all of our efforts to enact buddy lunches. They have also partnered with Upper School Student Council to ensure that they serve our broader community. As such, they're working on a slideshow to send to healthcare workers and residents at Golden Living. During a time when there is just so much uncertainty, one thing is certain. This group of young people, they're adaptable, engaged, and wanting to make a difference. We could not be more proud of them and thankful for their efforts during this one-of-a-kind school year. I would like to honor the following students. From the 4th grade, Chase Yoder, Paige Larkin, Gabby Powell, Arnav Sawal, and Ella Holgate. From the 5th grade, we have Grace Gorinsky, Mia Timberlake, Sajin Dabbas, Lulu Rhodes, and Nathaniel Huxell Watson. Thank you so much for all of your hard work this school year.
Now I would like to introduce Mrs. Kessler, our upper school math teacher, and she will present our upper school student council awards.
Last fall, upper school students held elections and voted to elect executive officers and class representatives from each grade to the upper school student council. The 8th grade sports captains also serve on the student council. The student council used their lunchtime, SSW, and individual time, even during distance learning, to meet and discuss how to support the service mission of the school. They wanted to focus on supporting their school and on offering support to the extended Powhatan community. In the fall, students researched various service organizations and presented to one another in order to choose a main charity to fundraise for this year. The American Red Cross was the selected organization. In February, the council sold kindness grams, which included notes of well wishes to one another in addition to a piece of candy. The funds generated were donated to the Red Cross. In addition, they created and formed committees and planned the details for a spring dance that unfortunately didn't come to fruition because of the necessary school closure and changes to distance learning. Despite the challenges of participating in a distance learning council, this group successfully planned and implemented a slideshow of gratitude for the healthcare workers at Golden Living. During the COVID-19 pandemic, they also welcomed a guest speaker, Mr. Langdon Greenhalgh, to learn more about the Red Cross organization. Additionally, members stepped up to generate school spirit by creating video challenges based on weekly themes. Lastly, they implemented a special way to honor Mrs. Scarborough upon her retirement. These students should be proud to have been selected to the student council by their peers, and they will be models for future student council representatives. So for their selection to and service in the student council this year, please join me in recognizing this exceptional group of students. Our president this year is Rosalie Hahn, vice president Ellie Bassett, secretary Amelia Newman, treasurer Laura Ramlawi, and liaison to the peer council Austin Pell. The representatives for the 6th grade is Skip Dixon and Thomas Major. Congratulations to the 7th grade representatives, JJ Werner and Sophia Apia. And the 8th grade representatives, Bryson Hetzel and Eleanor Mollahan. And of course, the sports captains who also served on the student council, Tenley Nelson, Sydney Kelby, Patrick Carr, and Ronnie Martin. Congratulations to these students.
And now I'd like to award the Thomas H.B. Dunning Community Service Award. This award honors the Powhatan 8th grade student or students whose volunteerism at the Christ Church Cares Food Pantry in Millwood embodies Tommy Dunning's spirit of faithful service and kindness to all. Our 2020 award goes to an 8th grader who is always at the pantry to help and keep the pantry going. This person is willing to stock shelves, bag bulk foods, help the pantry clients shop, and carry groceries to their vehicles. With compassion for all, she respectfully offers clients their food choices and mentors our younger volunteers. Her positive attitude, empathy for others, and enthusiasm for the work honors the memory of Tommy Dunning. Our 2020 honoree for this year is Sydney Kelby. And now Mrs. FOLTZ, our school librarian, will present the Library Patron Awards.
The Library Patron Award is given to students who are avid and conscientious patrons of the school library. These students participate in library activities, are enthusiastic consumers of the library collection, and are diligent in the care of the materials they borrow. This year's Library Patron Award winners are Lena Dilger, Marnie Kofsky, Paige Larkin, Maggie Meyer, and Connor Smith.
Now I'd like to introduce Mr. Funk and Mrs. Kessler, our upper school math teachers, to present the Virginia Math League Awards. Mr. Funk.
The Virginia Math League Awards are given to students in the 6th, 7th, and 8th grade who score well on a challenging time test assessment which requires careful reading and strong math skills. A score of 18 out of 35 is considered very strong. This year's awardees are: in 6th grade, there's a four-way tie for 3rd place with Will Brubaker, Sabrina Kelby, Skip Dixon, and Nora Heimbach. 2nd place in the 6th grade is Thomas Major. And in 1st place in the 6th grade this year for the Virginia Math League Awards is Dre Ellis. Congratulations to the 6th grade students.
In the 7th grade, 3rd place is awarded to Ben McCullen, 2nd place to Adam Roosevelt, and 1st place is Emmett Morris. Congratulations. In 8th grade, 3rd place is awarded to Patrick Carr, 2nd place is Brian Austin Handy, and 1st place is Avi Dabas. Congratulations.
And now I'd like to introduce Mr. Legg, our upper school science teacher, and he's going to present the Chatham Hall Book Award Scholarship.
Chatham Hall, a girls' boarding school in Chatham, Virginia, is honoring a 6th grade girl who is an excellent academic standing and exhibits a true love of science. Equally important to Chatham Hall is the fact that by honoring this single student, they are also honoring our excellent academic program. This year's award will be based on women in science. Throughout history, the role of women has been downplayed or overlooked. Chatham Hall seeks to develop problem solvers, inventors, and researchers of young women. In addition to offering our student this book, Chatham Hall is offering a $500 scholarship to the 2020 Chatham Hall Summer Experience Science Investigators Camp. This year's Chatham Hall Science Award goes to a driven, compassionate scientist. Her work is always first-rate and reflects the depth of her knowledge and ability. Though quiet, you can see the thought behind her choices, comments, and activities, whether she is completing a project on yellow fever, checking for sources for her homework, or packing her lunch. I am proud to present the 2020 Chatham Hall Science Award to Sabrina Kelby.
Next, we will present the Mikey Jones Lower School Book Lover Award. This award is usually presented by Mrs. Jones's husband, Clint Jones, but he can't be here today, so I will present the award for him. This award is given to a lower school student who demonstrates an outstanding love of reading and books. The student will receive a $100 gift certificate from the Winchester Book Gallery. Mikey Jones was the beloved librarian at Powhatan for 11 years. She had a deep love of literature, especially children's literature, and picture books. She passed away in August of 2014. Her husband, Clint Jones, wished to honor Mikey by creating this award. This year's Mikey Jones Book Lover Award recipient is an enthusiastic reader and possible future librarian of the Lindsay Library. Her love of children's literature is evident as she enters the library with a book request or recommendation. She makes liberal use of the library collection, checking out a diverse range of books each week to be returned with commentary and critique. Throughout this year, she has been learning more about the inner workings of the library and volunteers to help circulate books and shelve them properly. Her appreciation for books is evident in how she thoughtfully cares for each book that she reads. Please join me in congratulating our Mikey Jones Lower School Book Lover Award winner, Marlo Richmond. Congratulations, Marlo. You will receive your gift certificate in the mail soon. And now I'd like to introduce Mrs. Naguib, director of our upper school Shakespeare play, to present drama awards. Mrs. Naguib?
Hello, today I'm going to be presenting the award for our annual Shakespeare play. One of our strongest traditions at Powhatan is our annual Shakespeare play. Don and Cornelia Neiman introduced Shakespeare to Powhatan 54 years ago. The 8th graders look forward to their play as a rite of passage, and we all eagerly anticipate it each year. We now recognize 5 8th graders who distinguish themselves as actors and castmates in this year's play, Richard III. In November, the 8th graders performed Richard III for the Powhatan community. In order to accomplish this feat, they diligently practiced their lines and rehearsed daily, created beautiful backdrops and props, and put together music and lights to accompany the show. They had to learn Shakespeare's language well and really know their characters to convey emotion and help the audience follow the story. Most importantly, they had to work as a team to succeed as a whole. Each student was an integral part of the performance, whether it was on stage or off, and there were many noteworthy performances. But there are 5 individuals that stood out. They did this by always bringing a positive attitude and their best selves to rehearsals, helping others around them, and modeling enthusiasm in order to put on the best performance possible. These students are Cal Beckett, Bryson Hetzel, Sydney Kelby, Kimberly McCann, and Austin Pell. Thank you.
The Scholastic Book Prizes are awarded to those students in 6th and 7th grade who finished first and second in their respective classes. The students we now recognize share a love for learning, a deep desire to understand, and an almost unquenchable curiosity. They also serve as an inspiration to the faculty, to me, and to their classmates. We'll begin with the 6th grade. This year, in 6th grade, we have a tie for second place. The students who are tied for second are Kieran Nashed and Ella Warren. They will each be receiving a book. Congratulations, Kieran and Ella. And now our first place winner in 6th grade is Sabrina Kelby. She will also be receiving a book. Congratulations, Sabrina. Now we will move on to our 7th grade winners. In 7th grade, we have also 3 winners. In second place, Adam Rosenfeld. Congratulations, Adam. And we have a tie for first place. In 7th grade, our first place winners are Amelia Newman and Sophia Apia. Again, each student will receive a book. Congratulations to you all. And now I'd like to introduce Mr. Bittner, who is going to give our Boys Sportsmanship Award.
Hello. The recipient of this year's Sportsmanship Award demonstrated a high quality of character both on and off of the field. He led with tenacity and toughness during our highly successful 6-1 soccer campaign. Coaches, players, and spectators could often hear him strongly communicating to others on the pitch. Not only was he a strong leader of the soccer defense, but he was always sure to lend a helping hand to any of his teammates and coaches. His relationship with opponents was fierce, but respectful at all times. On the basketball court, he led more by example than vocally, but his teammates rallied behind his relentless effort and hustle throughout each contest. He never missed a beat and seemed to always have a nose for the basketball while on the court. This young man was dependable and gave his all for teammates and coaches during every practice and game. On behalf of the athletic department, I'm honored to present this year's Sportsmanship Award to Riley Vogt.
And now I'm going to introduce Mr. Burke, our athletic director, who's going to present the Joan P. Devereaux Sportsmanship Award to a girl in the 8th grade. Mr. Burke?
Hello. This year's recipient of the Joan P. Devereaux Girls Sportsmanship Award has represented Powhatan on the field hockey field, basketball court, and lacrosse field throughout her upper school years. She has also contributed to the cross-country program, giving the girls team a crucial 5th runner in meets so that Powhatan could receive a team score. Her contributions on the field hockey and lacrosse field were exceptional, noted by Powhatan fans and opponents alike. She is one of the very few athletes in our community who developed a friendly, personal, though still competitive, relationship with opposing coaches in our league. The leading scorer on the varsity girls basketball team in her 8th grade season, she practiced and competed with enthusiasm, heart, and toughness, which brought out the best in her teammates. As a guard and a midfielder, this young woman excels athletically at positions that require vision, timing, situational awareness, and communication and she carried these attributes off the field or court as well to benefit the Powhatan community. Quick to perceive individual and team dynamics, she is a valuable resource and partner with all coaches in the athletic department, a trusted link between adults and students. We are sorry to see her go, but know that her example of excellence, integrity, teamwork, and joy in competition will continue to influence our programs in years to come. It is with great pleasure that the athletic department presents the Joan P. Devereaux Girls Sportsmanship Award to Tenley Nelson.
The post-rail competition is one of the best parts of our school year. Despite all that has been going on, our competition has continued with some virtual competitions building upon the robust competitions that were held earlier in our school year. I would like to thank this year's captains, Tenley Nelson, Sydney Kelby, Patrick Carr, and Ronnie Martin, for their leadership, drive, and determination to lead their team through the 2020 school year. This year's competition winners are the Posts. Yay!